Hello and thank you for your purchase of the Innokin platform series Zenith II Atomizer. In part 2 of this video tutorial series, we'll talk about using the atomizer, which will include coil selection, setting up and changing the coil, filling, adjusting the airflow controller, and changing the glass. So, let's get started. Although the Zenith II is compatible with the entire line of Z coils, whether you purchased it as a standalone tank or as part of the Z80 kit, it comes with both the 0.8 and the 0.3 ohm Z coils. The silver 0.8 ohm coil is designed for MTL or mouth-to-lung tighter draw vaping. The gold 0.3 ohm coil is designed for RDL or restricted direct lung looser draw vaping. The 0.8 ohm coil has a wattage range of 15 to 18 watts. The 0.3 ohm coil has a wattage range of 20 to 30 watts. We strongly recommend staying within the wattage range for the coil in order to maximize coil life. Select one of the two coils that you would like to use and keep in mind that the 0.8 ohm is already pre-installed in the Zenith II. If you want to use the 0.8 ohm coil, you must first remove it from the tank. Hold the tank firmly and unscrew the airflow controller from the bottom. Grab the coil from the 510 threading and remove it from the tank. When using a coil for the first time, it is very important that you first prime the coil. The coil contains a cotton wicking material that must be fully saturated with e-liquid prior to initial use. Priming the coil can be achieved in one of two ways. The first method, which is also the recommended method, is to manually prime the coil before installing it in the tank. To manually prime the coil, place 3 to 4 drops of e-liquid on the center of the coil. The other way to prime your coil is to install the dry coil in the tank, fill the tank with e-liquid, and then wait 5 to 10 minutes for that e-liquid to soak into the coil. To install the coil into the tank, simply insert it into the bottom of the tank. Be sure to align the flat parts of the tank with the flat parts of the coil. Once the coil is inserted, replace the bottom airflow controller. This procedure can be used for initial coil setup or for replacing a used coil. We do recommend replacing your coil at least once per week. Filling or refilling your Zenith II is a simple and convenient process. Just rotate the top cap counterclockwise to expose the silicone fill port seal. Once the seal is exposed, you can fill your tank with e-liquid. Larger e-liquid bottles can also be used, and you can also remove your top cap to make filling easier with larger bottles. Once the tank is full, close the top cap as soon as possible to prevent flooding by rotating it clockwise until it stops. You can control the tightness of the draw of your Zenith II by adjusting the airflow controller at the bottom of the tank. For a tighter draw, rotate the airflow controller counterclockwise to expose less air ports. You can even close into the final hole for an even tighter draw. For a looser draw, rotate the airflow controller clockwise to expose more air ports, followed by the fully open slot. Try different airflow control settings until you find the perfect draw for you. The Zenith II can be fully opened to replace the glass and for a full cleaning. Be sure the tank is drained before following this process. First, open the top cap as if you were going to fill the tank. Now, hold the tank firmly in your hand and continue to unscrew the top cap. The tank can now be cleaned and the glass can be replaced. Keep in mind that there are 2 O-rings that seal the glass in the tank, one on the bottom and one on the top. The O-rings may remain in the tank, or stick to the glass. In this case, this O-ring has stuck to the glass, so it must be removed and put back into the tank prior to glass installation. In this case, the top O-ring remained in the tank. Once cleaned and your O-rings are in place, you can replace the glass. Now replace the top cap and screw on until tight. We hope you found this tutorial helpful and hope you enjoy the Zenith II as much as we do. In the next video, we'll go over troubleshooting potential issues that you can have with this or other atomizers. Thank you for watching.